8 most dangerous roads in the world. The Himalayan Road. It is easily one of the highest roads in the world. The road comprises unescaping dirt and just a single lane. This road balances the fine line between adventure and utter disregard for safety. Thousands of adventure junkies drive through such terrain. The road that connects Leh to Manali, or Himachal Pradesh, is known as one of the world's highest motorable roads. A 475-kilometer stretch of road is open for bikers in the spring or summer, as high amounts of snow in the winter renders it impassable. The treacherous mountain roads needs one's focus, and the body needs to be acclimatized to the thin air in a region this high up in the sky. Skipper's Canyon Road. This road in New Zealand is so scary that the car rental insurers refuse to cover the insurance of a vehicle if it travels on this road. It is a 22 kilometers long historic scenic pass, is so narrow that if two vehicles have to pass each other, one vehicle might have to reverse for anything up to 3 kilometers of winding narrow road to get to a place wide enough to pass. Skipper's Canyon was formed by glaciers approximately 25,000 years ago as loose gravel rock and gold ground its way down the valley. It took 22 years to carve out an access road using only black gunpowder and hand drills. This was considered to be an engineering miracle as the road is literally carved out of solid schist rock and it doesn't look much different today than when it was first created. Atlantic Ocean Road. This unique highway is one of those rarest points where the land ends and the ocean begins. It is located in the Midwest part of the Norwegian coastline. The Atlantic Road is one of the most scenic drives in the world. Its 8 breathtaking, and sometimes terrifying, bridges has become one of the country's most popular tourist attractions. Driving along this road gives you a feeling of oscillating on the edge of the sea. The curvy road dips and bends over the brutal waves of the Norwegian Sea which often crash over the pavement during storms. The Atlantic Road is part of the 36 kilometers long Atlanta Havsveien Road. It took 6 years and $13.1 million to get this road constructed. This route has been called the world's most beautiful drive and has been voted the Norwegian construction of the century. Stelvio Pass. It is a 15-mile-long road with 48 hairpin turns. The highest part of the road is at an unbelievable 9,000 feet. It is the highest paved mountain pass in the Eastern Alps, and the second highest in the Alps, 7 meters below France's Col de Liseron. The road zigzags for about 29 miles up and over the Ortler Alps in northern Italy, which is a stone's throw from the Swiss border. Even though it is not ranked highly among the most scenic passes, it is considered one of the most dramatic and challenging to drive thanks to its 48 hairpin bends. Dalton Highway. The James W. Dalton Highway, the 414-mile road in Alaska, is not for drivers who are newcomers. If one can drive this road, then one can pretty much drive anything and anywhere. It is said to be one of the loneliest roads on the planet, since there are only 3 villages along this 666-kilometer road of wilderness. The highway runs parallel to the Trans-Alaska Pipeline system, and despite its dim, isolated and remote setting, it is often used by anything up to 150 trucks in summer and 250 trucks in the winter. It's the longest stretch of service-less road in North America, with no gas stations, restaurants, hotels, or any other basic services. The road reaches its peak altitude as it crosses the Brooks Range at Atagon Pass, at an elevation of 4,739 feet, 1,444 meters, above the sea level. The Dalton Highway remains the main supply road for the Prudhoe Bay oil field, and it is constantly navigated by large tractor trailers and lorries. Trollstigen. The roads here are so narrow that vehicles bigger than 40 feet are not allowed to use these roads. It is Norway's most visited tourist road. This marvel is a masterpiece in engineering. Trollstigen has 11 brilliant hairpin turns which offer plenty of highlights of fantastic scenery along the mountain road. This road is surrounded by mighty mountains. They reach an altitude of over 1,600 meters. The mountain road crosses a bridge made of natural stone, and the highest point on the road is 852 meters above sea level. Ishima Ohashi Bridge. This bridge in Japan connects the cities of Matsue, Shimane Prefecture, and Sakai Minato, Tottori Prefecture over Nakomi Lake. The bridge is built so high that fishing boats can easily sail through. One could even call this bridge a concrete roller coaster rather than calling it just a bridge. It rises pretty steeply, which helps ships to pass underneath. Such a feature can instantly make anyone anxious. It is the largest rigid frame bridge in Japan and the third largest in the world. Sichuan-Tibet Highway. This highway is highly vulnerable to rock slides due to its poor weather, and there have been 7,500 casualties reported for every 1,000 travelers. The 2,142 kilometers long highway is a high elevation road that begins in Chengdu of Sichuan on the east and ends at Lhasa in Tibet on the west. The climate here can be seen changing right in front our eyes, and one may think, days in heaven, but years on the earth. It is also infamously known for bad driving surfaces and sharp mountainside hairpins. Driving along single-track sections in bad weather can be a great challenge to a less experienced driver.